Here's an overview of the new PaDIL page. You can move up and down here, but it's a results page. But the things I'd like to show you is that from here you can get to your dashboard, or myself being a super user and an administrator, I can get to any of these, edit the users or exotic statuses, or add new characters, or whatever I need to do there. From the search button here, we're looking at the text that occurs throughout the species pages, and so you might have a particular term, look at the PaPodium or whatever, and so you can define, I just want to look for PaPodium in the species descriptions, or you may want to look just at hosts and say, well, show me the avocado or the pear or whatever. Same with locality. So as I said, you can direct your text query for any of the particular areas or all at once. Next, we've got the taxonomy, and here are the different orders or groups that we tackle, and it will show you the number of entries or species that there are per of these groups. When you click on them, it will show you then the taxonomic classification. So here we have the Hymenoptera, then we have the 4 families that we have represented, then we'll go down to tribes, and we can go down to subfamilies. So whatever is available in the taxonomy, it will dynamically generate it for you. Below here we have then the various host types, regions, and exotic status, and again you can see the number of species that are related here. So and it dynamically updates it. So let's say, for example, we want to look, say we begin our query by saying show me the exotic quarantine pests. So by clicking that, we've immediately gone down from we'll go back for a moment. In USA there were 10, so if I click on that, we go down to 6. If I go back and say, well, I just want to see the exotic beneficial species, oh by the way too, when I click on this, it changes the results below here. So here we have just 5 Australian in horticulture invertebrates that are the beneficials. Notice down here that we have wasps was the group that I initially asked on, and we have exotic species, and we've now it dynamically brings up the species that we have there. So let's just work on these for a moment. The typical page opens up, and everything there now. The only change is that we have the toolbar at the top now, but the other major change is that instead of the images being down as a list and sometimes it went below the page, we've moved it to a carousel, and you can look at the whole list, or you can have them as slides in a carousel. The other new thing to PaDIL, which I should have mentioned, was we have now a reliability index, low, medium and high, and this goes in line with the IPPC standards. At the moment they're not there, but by simply moving a mouse over it, you'll be able to get a definition of what these reliability and exotic statuses are going to be. You can click in here obviously and see a new image, and we'll have the zoomification available as well. If we move back to here, and we've got various species now, to be able to make a comparative image table, you simply click on them and move them into your, and you can remove them if you wish, and you add new species to the table. Once you are satisfied with the number of species that you, I should say at the top here that you can sort them by scientific name, common name, taxonomy, or because we're using the same search engine now as Google, the Leucine, we can have relevance. We sort it back on relevance. You can choose the number of species that come back per page, or you can see it as detailed as it is now, or look at it just as a list, and that will just provide you, you get far more onto sit down there. Then you can see what's been added there. So we'll go back to view as detail. And here now I've made some species. So when you click compare, it looks at the species that you've chosen, and here there are 4 species, and these are the images that are common between those species. We then build the image table, which if you move your mouse over, you can get details of that species. You can view the pest at any time you wish. You can move across and up and down.